Hi, I am Silvertrot, but since the guy voicing me is actually Mike Dragon, just pretend I am him. And with that being said, hi, I am Mike Dragon, and today in this video I would like to share with you some information about Pac Editor on Gmod. Information this that you might find useful for yourself. As the title shows, today I would like to teach you how to make blinking eyes. Look into mine. They blink. Ain't that neat? Yeah, it is. A few months ago, when I first got Pac, one of the things I really wanted to do with it was make my pony, you know, this model here I am right now, because I don't have a dragon. Anyway, I wanted to make his eyes blink. I knew it was possible because I have seen videos with ponies in Gmod doing this. However, I looked on the internet everywhere. I could not find a single tutorial on how to do this, and that made me very disappointed. So I had to figure it out by myself, and I did, thankfully. And today I would like to share this information with you, because although there might be some tutorial now at the time of this video, I haven't really found any by myself. No, at least not yet. So if there is, well, here's another option for you, and if there isn't, well, may this video be the first one. Now, of course, this tutorial does not apply only to pony player models on Gmod. This can be used for, well, basically, I think, any player model? Well, most of them at least. Anyway, point is, you can use this tutorial for more than just the pony models. Though, for the sake of this video, I am going to use this pony model here, okay? Which is my little pony, Silvertrot. Alright, and with that being said...
Kaboom! Kaboom!
Okay, that happened. Anyway, let's get on with it. Shall we? Alright, so first things first, you will need Pac3 Editor in case you don't already have it. You can easily find it on the Steam Workshop for Gmod. I put a link down in the description to make it easier for you. Okay, so now that you have Pac, press and hold down the C key on your keyboard, and this screen with these menus will come up. Right here in the corner of the screen you will see Pac Editor, but before you click that, I recommend you make your character stand as straightforward as possible. So for this, I'm actually gonna go up there. Okay, one easy way to do that, to make your character stand and look straightforward, is just you hold down Shift and you walk forward. Out, and you walk forward a little bit. Make sure your character is also looking straightforward, and there you go. This should be fine. Now, without moving the mouse, simply press down C and click on Pac. Now that you have Pac Editor on your screen, you can click and hold on the screen and use WASD to move the camera around. Also the space bar and Shift. No, sorry, Control? No, my bad, you don't use those. Just space, WASD. Align the camera on a position you find comfortable to work with. Now, let me position my camera here. Yeah, seems about fine. Okay. Now, when you first open Pac, you will probably have your editor not set to advanced mode. So you might want to check this. Click on Options, Advanced Mode. It is going to reset. And now you will have access to all the options available in Pac. I already have some stuff set for my pony, so for the sake of this tutorial I'm gonna clean everything. There we go. Your Pac should look like this now, completely blank. So to make your character's eyes, the first thing you will do once you set Pac and position your camera, of course, is to create a model. For that, right click on My Outfit and click on model. Depending on the model you're using, the player model you're using, this ball might show up in between the legs, the head, or somewhere else. It will depend where the head bone is located. For the pony player model, by default such bone is located down here, which makes no sense. That's not actually a real bone. If you do anything here, it's just not gonna work fine. So, first things first, once you spawn the ball, this ball model, you will have to attach this to the proper bone. And for the pony player model, the correct bone is right here. I don't remember the name. I think L-rig head, something like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter right now. Anyway, you will need to reassign this model to another bone. For that, come here on the bone field. You see it says head. Click on this button with the 3 dots, and a lot of dots will appear over your character. Find the correct bone. For this model in particular, it's this one, I-rig skull. I think that's how you pronounce that. There it is, that one. So click on it. Now the ball will pop into the head. Now the next thing is resizing this thing so it will properly fit in the head and match the size of the eyes. But before doing that, I recommend you click and check this option here, translucent. Check for false, check to change it from false to true. Because I don't know why, but sometimes, well, all the times, at least with the pony player models, whenever you spawn a model over the body, it changes some dimensions of the body. For example, I'm gonna check and uncheck this. Look at his body. You see that it changes, gets smaller, slightly bigger, smaller again. Can you see the difference? Yeah, it's weird. I personally don't like that. Anyway, check translucent, but that's mostly optional for you. Now, let's resize this thing. To do that, you use this function, size. You can simply left click and drag up or down to increase or decrease the size of this ball, or you can double click and manually type in a number. Depending on what you type, it would be the size of the ball. You can also do negative values. For example, this is number 4. Let's do a -4. I'm not entirely sure what just happened there. But anyway, I reset it to the default value, which is number 1. There's also scale. This will allow you to change how thick, tall, or large you want the circle to be. See? Again, you can manually enter these values, or you can just drag them up and down and find what suits you better. Remember, the default values are 1, 1, 1. You can type in the default value if you think you messed up something. Another thing you will have to learn, you have to know, is how to position this thing. You can see these lines, green, red, and dark blue. These allow you to move the model forwards and backwards, to the sides, and up or down. Click on the circle on the tip of each rod and drag it. That will allow you to move on an axis. Like the green one here will move up or down, red will be forward and backward, and the blue will be to the sides. Notice that whenever you change these settings here, just by dragging around, the values here on position will change. You can reset everything just by typing in 0, 0, 0. It will turn back to the center. Just to make things quicker on this video, so it will not be so long, I will manually type in the values I already have set for my pony in particular. But you can play around with yours, or you can just, you can just copy these if it suits your player model. But just as an example, I'm sorry, let me try and position this just to show you kind of what you want to do. Oh yeah, by the way, it will help you a lot if you T-pose your model, okay, your player model. To do that, you click on Player right here on top and T-pose, and my pony collapsed. Yeah, for some reason this function is not working for me for the longest. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. If you know, please leave a comment in the description below. I really would like to get this to work again. It would be very good. But anyway, if it works for you, use it. If not, well, there's no real problem. Sorry. Alright, so since you are going to set this thing on the eyes, you will want the ball to match the size of the eyes as much as possible while covering all of it. Like, this position is kind of alright, I guess. Yeah, seems fine. Now that I have positioned the circle, we gotta work on the size. Scale, actually, sorry. Oops, too much. Go back to 1. Let's try 0.9. Yeah, I think that should work. Let's bring it a little forward. Yeah, it's making progress, I guess. Okay. Now, this circle is too thick. As you can see, it's sticking out of his head on the sides. So let's change that as well. I think it will be this value here. Yes, the third value. Let's set it to 0.9. Yeah. And bring it a little to the side to cover the left eye. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Now, the scale, this value here on the middle, to change how tall it is. I think 0.9 should be fine as well. Nope. 0.8. Yes, that should work. Let's pose it again. Bring it a little forward, a little upward again. It's still sticking out of the sides, so 0.8 might not be good enough. But anyway, I believe that's enough for you to get the idea. You will change these values until you find what matches your player model, or in my case here, the pony player model, for example. Like, let's try 0.5. Oops, wrong one. That's not what I meant. Anyway, you will be working around with these numbers here. It might take a while until you find the values that match your model, but that should not be a problem. So, as I said before, to make things quicker for the sake of this video, I am just going to use the values I have already set for my pony previously. So if you excuse me, let's see, the position he uses is minus 0.515 minus 1933 and 0.184 for position. The angles of this thing are actually set here to minus 90 on this axis. Why the heck did that circle go? Whoop! Why is the camera moving so quickly? Oh, I see. I forgot the dot right here. There we go. There it is. And the size is 0.9. And the scale 0.9, 0.1. 0.9 and 0.95. There we go. So once you have managed to find the correct values for the size of the model you are using to make the eyes, it should look something like this. Pretty smooth. Let's take a closer look into the head. See, the whole circle is in there, completely covering the eyes. Now the next thing we are going to do is to make this thing blink. So for that, right click on the model, go on model, but don't click on it. Instead you want to expand the menu and you'll find this option here, clip. It should look like this now. A lazy look. Yeah, that's pretty neat. You can adjust how you want his eyes to look by dragging this rod up or down. Like this. See, you can make his eyes all wide open, give your character a lazy look, sort of closed, etc. Find what better works for you. But for me, I want them to be completely open like this. Not a single bit of that circle showing up. And if you look inside, you can see here that the ball is cut. There's only the top of it. Okay. Again, I am going to use the default values I have previously set just for the sake of this video. But you can find whatever you think works better for you, or rather for your model. But for mine, it is on position. It is 5 minus 4.683, and the last value here is minus 0.002. There we go, that is set. And the next thing is to actually make this thing blink. So for that, you will right click on the clip, you will come here to modifiers, and you will click on proxy. Here on proxy you will set values for the minimum, maximum, the PAL, which will be basically how frequently the eyes are going to blink and how fast, and also the variable. Do you change the variable? Yes, you do. So the first thing we're going to change here is the variable. Actually no, let's change the values first. Let's set it to, well, I think a good value for the blinking should be minimum of 5 and a maximum of minus 3.5. And yeah. Now we are going to set a variable name. See this field right here? Click on the button and click on position. There we go. The eyes are already blinking, but very slowly. To change that, you set here a number here on PAL. You can change this to whatever value you feel like. For example, if I set it to 50, it is going to blink faster, but it will also take a little longer to blink. As you can see. Blink. Come on, blink again. Blink. Since that's not very natural, I think that 500 should be better. It will blink quicker, more naturally, and it will stay, and the eyes will stay open for longer. Let's see the result. Blink. Blink. See? It looks more natural. But again, you can use whatever value you feel like works better for you. Now, since we are almost done, okay? But first, before we are actually done, we gotta change the color of that ball model so it will look like the color of your character's skin, or in the case of the pony, the color of their coat. To do that, you will click on the model and you come here on color. There will be this little button here. You click on it and a color selection box will come up. You can select the color to whatever you want, or you can manually input the RGB values of the color. See, I said red, the eyes are blinking red. Since my pony has a coat color of 207 by 207 by 207, that's his RGB values, I'm just gonna double click here and I'm gonna manually type in those values. But this is me, you can do whatever. 207, 207. And there we go. Now his eyes are the same color of his coat. Okay, that's basically it. You have set blinking eyes for your character. One thing you might want to do is set a name just to keep things organized. So you see that the model says default. You can click here on name where it says default and type something, for example, blinking eyes. There we go. That should help keep things more organized as you go adding more stuff to your pack. But before you go, do remember to save, because if you don't, all the work you have just done will go down the drain the next time you start the game. So to do that, click here on pack. Actually no, sorry. Right click on my outfit. You can also rename this, by the way. Just left click on it and come here on name. Let's see, pony and stuff. There we go. So you right click on the global group. This is a global group. I probably should have mentioned that. Right click on it, come here on save, new file, and you can give a name. I'm gonna write tutorial and click OK. Now it's saved. However, it's not going to load automatically whenever you join a game or a server. For that to happen, what you have to do is click here on pack, save, and you will click on new auto load. Sorry, on auto load. And that's it. Your pack is set. Now whenever you join a server or start a brand new single player game, your pony stuff, your pack stuff is going to load automatically, so you won't have to do anything. To quit pack, simply click on pack and exit. And there we go. Let's set a camera to see. Ta-da! All done. Welp, and that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope it has been useful for you. If it has, then please leave a like so I can know I am helping people. I might make more of these in the future for different things, such as attaching hats and other stuff. I don't know yet, I'll think of it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, and I see you guys next time. Bye bye.
The world presents some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning